के गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा होले होले गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा होले होले गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
गाड़ी मारी रंग रंगीली पैया है लाल गुलाल।
गाड़ी मारी रंग रंगीले पैया लाल गुलाल।
गाड़ी मारी रंग रंगीली पैया है लाल गुलाल। गाड़ी मारी रंग रंगीली
पैया लाल गुलाल।
ओ हाकन वाली चैल चबीली बैठन वाला राम।
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 भैया हल्के गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
हल्के गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
होले होले गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा होले होले गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
गाड़ी अटकी रेत में भाई मजल परी है दूर। गाड़ी अटकी रेत में भाई मजल परी है दूर। गाड़ी अटकी रेत में भाई मजल परी है दूर।
गाड़ी अटकी रेत में भाई मजल परी है दूर।
धर्मी धर्मी पार उतर गया पापी चकनाचूर।
धर्मी धर्मी पार उतर गई पापी चकनाचूर।
धर्मी धर्मी पार उतर गया पापी चकनाचूर।
धर्मी धर्मी पार उतर गया पापी चकनाचूर।
भैया हल्के गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा हल्के गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा होले होले गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा होले होले गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
देश देश का बैर बुलाया लाया जरी और बूटी।
देश देश का वेद बुलाया लाया जरी और बूटी।
देश देश का बैर बुलाया लाया जड़ी और बूटी।
ओह देश देश का वेद बुलाया लाया जरी और बूटी।
जड़ी बूटी तेरे काम न आए जब राम के गिर की टूटी।
जड़ी बूटी तेरे काम न आए जब राम की कैसी चीटी।
जड़ी बूटी तेरे काम न आए जब राम के घर की टूटी।
जड़ी बूटी तेरे
काम न आए जब राम के घर की टूटी। भैया हल्के गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
भैया हल्के गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा होले होले गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा होले होले गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गाड़ी हाको मेरे राम गाड़ी वाले।
चार जने मिल मतो उठायो बांधी काट की घोरी।
चार जने मिल मतो उठायो बांधी काट की घोरी।
चार जने मिल मतो उठायो बांधी काठ की घोरी।
चार जने मिल मतो उठायो बांधी काट की
पे रखिया फूक दीनी जैसी होली।
लेगा कर नरघट पे रखिया फूल से होली।
ए भैया हल पे गारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
जरा के हारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
बिलक बिलक कर तिरिया रोवे बिछड़ गई मेरी जोरी।
बिलक बिलक कर चिड़िया रोवे बिछड़ गई मेरी जोड़ी।
बिलक बिलक कर तिरिया रोवे बिछड़ गई मेरी जोरी।
बिलक बिलक कर चिड़िया रोवे बिछड़ गई मेरी जोड़ी।
कहे कबीर सुनो वही साधो जिन जोरी तिन तोरी।
कहे कबीर सुनो भाई साधु जिन जोड़ी तिन तोरी।
कहे कबीर सुनो वही साधो जिन जोरी तिन तोरी।
कहे कबीर सुनो भाई साधु जिन जोड़ी तिन तोरी।
हल्के गारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
सदनाम के गारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
जरा धीरे धीरे गारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
जरा होले होले गारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
जरा होले होले गारी हाको मेरे राम गारी वाले।
श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय। I'll tell you the meaning. Meaning hard. Mean hard means you may not like to hear the meaning. So last night I started by telling the chorus. Zara halke gari hako. And so now see it's like this. This body is the gari. Gari is the Hindi word for vehicle. Car, truck, anything that is driving. Anything that you're driving, that means called as gari in Hindi. Gari. So now Kabir Sahib is saying, this body is the gari. So you are the driver, you are the chauffeur. So the body is the gari and you are the chauffeur. Then who is the passenger? Ram. Bhagwan Ram. Now if you're driving out somebody, ordinary, when you're driving, you go around the pothole and bump and hit the head in the roof and all kind of thing, right? But if you're driving Ram, well, you have to take your... Yes. You have to take your time. So, he's saying, my dear, take your time. Drive the gari well. Because the passenger is the most elevated passenger in the universe. The passenger is Ram. Zara dhire dhire gari hako. Means you drive slowly, slowly. Take your time. Meaning to say that you have to carry about this body very well. Mere Ram gari wale. Then in the first verse now. Gari mari rang rangili. Paya hai lal gulal. Mean this gari, this body is very colorful and it runs by two wheels. Lal gulal. One red and one pink. Like flesh and blood. One red and one pink. So the car is made up of colorful things and run by two wheels, flesh and blood. Hakan wali chail chabili. And the one who is making it go from the inside, the chail chabili, very flashy. That is Maya. Chail chabili. Maya is making it go. Making this body go. Maya is very flashy. And Baithan wala Ram. The one who is sitting inside is Ram. Then, Gari Ataki, now see, this is what we are supposed to do so far in the bhajan, right? Dhire dhire chalo. Slowly, slowly, take care of the body and all that. But now, see what we do. In the rest now. Gari Ataki rete me bhai majal pari hai dur. Mean now, we drive this body and it gets stuck in the mud now. We drive the car and it gets stuck in the That means what? We did all sorts of bad, abuse this body. And when we're supposed to put nice things inside, when we're supposed to put soft drink, we put hard drink. When we're supposed to put nice sattvic vegetarian food, we put something else. Like that. Right? So you know what happened people do with his body. All things. It's supposed to put nice, what do you call? Vegetables and all. He put intravenous something. So gari atki rate mein bhai, now the body has been, the car has become stuck in the mud now. And the majal pari hai dur means the destination is yet far. Destination is mukti. And through this body will get mukti. That's why Tulsidas has written, there. Bare bhagya manushatana power. To get this manushatana, this body, is so fortunate. But what we did with it, well, now, and by following all our dharma. So in the next line it says, dharmi par utar gaya. Those who follow dharma and do the proper things and treat the body well and use it for the proper purpose and all of that, par utar gaya, he gets mukti. And papi chaknachur. Papi chaknachur means that fellow stay in this sansara and get pulverized. And birth after? With papi. And then? When we abuse this body and do all the wrong things with the body like that now, body which is meant for mukti, then what? Desh ka bed bulaya. We call doctors from all foreign doctors also come. We call doctors from everywhere, all the various types of specialists and doctors and all. Laya jariyat bhuti. Then they bring all the various types of medicine also. What jari bhuti tere kaam na aayi. But that jari bhuti medicine and all did nothing. Because already the body has gone? Yes. So jari bhuti tere kaam na aayi. Jab Ram ke ghar ki tuti. When you already destroyed the body. Then, finally what now? Mar gaya. Ram Naam Satya hai. Because the jari bhuti didn't do anything. The medicine didn't do anything. Then, 4 jane mil mattu uthayo. 4 men lift him up now. And it's taken him Waterloo. 4 jane mil mattu uthayo. They come together. Now, this is something we don't see here, but this is written, of course, in Bharat. You have to see this in Banaras and different places. 4 people, they lift him in a bamboo thing like this. Bandi katha ki gori. It is a horse made from bamboo, from wood. Means they call it a horse like that. So they lift him in that thing. And then what? Le jaakar margat pe rakhiya. They take him now to the smashan, to the cremation site. I'm saying Waterloo, but this is there. And then what? They put him there and light that fire and phunk dini jaisi holy. I mean, so colorful is the description by Kabir Sahib. When the skull blows, like fireworks, like holy. Fireworks take place there. When the skull blows on, phunk dini jaisi holy. And then what now? Now the poor wife there, bilakh kar tiriya rove. Lost and forlorn now, the poor wife there crying. Then what? Bichara gaji meri chori. My beloved husband has gone. And Kabir Sahib now plays on the word jori. Jori means, see, here Jurna in Hindi means to come together. It means to say this husband was there somewhere in his life and she was there somewhere in her life and they came together. It's Jodi. Right? By providence or by whatever, karma and all, they came together. So now she's crying and my husband has gone. And then Kahe Kabir. Now Sahib ends with his message in the end. Kahe Kabir suno bhai sadho. Jine jodi tine tori. He who wherever there is coming together, there will also be. It's a very powerful message actually. Everybody has to remember this. Wherever there is coming together, there will also be separation.
Because, see, like I am born in a particular family, right? But before I was born in that family, I was in another family. So I came together with the members of this family now. But if they're coming together, there will also be separation, because you're living in a dualistic universe. So Kabir Sahib said, no, the wife is crying, but his message is, she's crying and saying, no, my husband has been separated from me. His message is, wherever there's union, there will also be separation. That we have to remember in life. Everybody and everything. Either that thing will be taken away from me, or I will be taken away from that thing. But somebody will be going. You see? Anyway, it has become a big popular bhajan now. This one. Now let us see. Right. We'll chant opening prayer and Gita Dhyanam. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurudevaya Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavati Ashtadishadhyayini Amba Tvamanusanradhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavatveshini Namostute Vyasa Vishal Buddhe Pullarvindayata Patra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetra Kapane Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Gitamrita Duhe Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavo Dugdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Hari Om. Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta-yuyutsavaha
Samaveta-yuyutsavaha
Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre
Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre
Samaveta-yuyutsavaha
Samaveta-yuyutsavaha
Mamaka Pandavashaiva
Mamaka Pandavashaiva
Mamaka
Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna.
Jai 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 Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna.
Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre.
Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre.
Samaveta Yuyutsavah.
Samaveta Yuyutsavah.
Mamaka Pandavaschaiva.
Mamaka Pandavaschaiva.
Kema Kurvat Sanjaya.
Kema Kurvat Sanjaya.
Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha. Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha. Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhuti. Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhuti. Dhruvani Tirmatir Mama. Dhruvani Tirmatir Mama. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna.
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 Krishna Kanaya Lal ki.
Jai.
Okay, so if you are joining us here tonight for the first time, we are seeing now the entire Srimad Bhagavad Gita in a sankship roop mein. And of course, you know, it is not possible to see all of these verses in this short time. But what we have done, we have clubbed chapters together. First 6 chapters that deal with karma yoga. It tells how to use this body, work with this body, and dedicate the work to Paramatma. That thing is called as karma yoga. Work with the right bhav. So the first 6 chapters predominantly deal with that theme. The next 6 chapters deal with the emotional part of the human being, that is the heart. And it is called as bhakti yoga predominantly. And Bhagavan starts talking in a different language when he reaches chapter 7. For those of you who studied well, you will see that. Mat chitta madgata pranaha, mat and all he tells. He's using my, me and all in first person, because bhaktas have personal relationship with Bhagavan, you know. As me, myself and Paramatma, like that. So, the second club, a group of 6 chapters from 7 to 12, that is where we are from today, and we'll do this for the next 3 days. And then the last 3 days, we will do the last 6 chapters, which is called as Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga in Sanskrit, but we say in Hindi and all our original language, Jnana Yoga. And Gyan word, you have to be careful in Trinidad. When people say he have too much of Gyan, that might mean something else. He have too much of Gyan. That might be equivalent to him. He's a smart man. Right. Anyway, so now I will be choosing verses from 7 all the way up to chapter 12. Many wonderful verses are there. And these are several long chapters also. Chapter 11 is very long. Like that. Chapter 12 may be short, but chapter 11 is very long. And I tell you, now, let us chant for a little bit, and then I will introduce this whole topic. जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल,
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 जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
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 जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल। हरि बोल।
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
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 ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
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 ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल।
ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
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 ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल।
जय जय राधा रमन
हरि बोल। कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय।
जय।
Right. So I have to tell you some technical things now. And in the tradition, Sanatana Dharma, and in our Vedas, the Upanishads are held to be the supreme scriptures, Upanishads. And the Bhagavad Gita is, of course, the essence of the Upanishads. Like if you milk a cow, the essence of the cow is milk. So Bhagwan, in one of the verses we chanted, Bhagwan Shri Krishna is the milkman. And Arjuna is the calf. And the Upanishads is the cow, and Bhagwan is milking the Upanishads. Upanishad is the cow, and feeding this Arjuna. The essence of the Upanishad. So this is Bhagavad Gita. So in this tradition, it is said that without knowledge, we cannot gain mukti. Right? So, of course, there's a rationale behind that also, because our problem is, whereas my nature is of the nature of Satchidananda, you all know that. Mano buddhya hankar chitta ninaham na cha shrotra jihve न च घ्राण नेत्रे न च व्योम भूमिर्न तेजो न वायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. You would have heard this a 1,000 times. This is telling my nature is of the nature of Sat Chit. That is my nature. Then why do I don't feel like Anand all the time? Even if my name is Anand, also still crying. Anand means bliss. So the fundamental problem of the jiva is called as ignorance. I am ignorant of my nature. That is all. And that is a very common thing. Ignorance is a very common thing. We can very well have something and not know that I have it. The classic example Bhagwan Shri Shankaracharya gives in his bhashya in different places. The wife is wearing that necklace, but can't see, So she goes about the house looking, and the husband is thinking, what she's looking for? What is she looking for? And after some time, he also asked now, what are you looking for? I'm looking for my necklace. Are you're wearing it? That happens quite often actually. One fellow, thinking about that, one man put on the flashlight on the phone. He put on the flashlight on the phone and he looking the other way, looking for from a phone. But this is how, see, the necklace is there, but there is ignorance. Ignorance is separating her from the necklace. That is all. There is no other separation, just a separation of ignorance. There is no real separation. So, in the same way, I have ignorance of myself. My nature is Satchit Anand. That ignorance I have, right? Ignorance of that. I don't know. So the only antidote known in the universe for ignorance is knowledge. There is no other antidote. There is no antidote for darkness except light. Correct? How you will ever send away darkness? There is no other way to see. You can't sweep it out. You can't wash it out. You can't take the fan and blow it out. You only have to scratch a match. The only thing you could do is get a flame. So in nature, there are things like this. They come in these pairs, and one is the antidote for the other. So the antidote for darkness is light. In the very same way, the antidote for ignorance is knowledge. And since the fundamental problem is I am ignorant of myself, there is only one way for me to become knowledgeable of myself. That called as Gyan. Gyan means knowledge. So it is true, 100%, that only Gyan can bring mukti. Please pay attention to this. Only Gyan can bring mukti. Because only Gyan can send away the ignorance which I have of myself. I just told you all the logic and all the rationality and all that kind of thing. People ask the question now. The question which is asked is now, then what of bhakti and karma and all of these things now? What about bhakti yoga now? What it will do? Will bhakti yoga become useless? I will not get mukti. But that also is not true. If you say, by bhakti yoga, I will not get mukti, that also is not true now. But just now, you yourself said the only way to get mukti is by jnana. See, now to resolve such a very intricate paradox, only Bhagavan Shri Krishna can do. Because, listen to this statement. Only jnana can bring mukti. And then we say, now this bhakti then will not bring mukti. What is the use of bhakti then? So, we said, bhakti will not bring mukti, that also is not true. But just now you said only jnana can bring mukti. So there's a paradox there. Now Bhagavan resolves this paradox most wonderfully in two wonderful verses in the 10th chapter. I mean, this is coming in the bhakti section, right? 7 to 12. He resolved this now, saying, That is why we have to have gurus and sampradayas, and Bhagwan has to be there, and the guru has to explain what Bhagwan is telling and all that. Otherwise, we'll never know. This is 10.10. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
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 Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Teshamevanukam partham aham ajnanajam tamaha.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
नाशयाम्यात्म भावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वत.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Kanaya Lal ki jai. Now you please follow the logic. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is resolving a great, great paradox. People ask this all the time because we say, we claim, and actually it is true also, and Bhagavan Shri Krishna is upholding that truth also, that the only way to get mukti is through Gyan. Jump high or jump low. Because the fundamental problem is ignorance. And ignorance only has one antidote. That's the logic, huh? Right. Bhagavan tells now. Tesham eva satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam. Those bhaktas, now he's talking about bhaktas. Huh? Those bhaktas who are great devotees of Bhagavan and keep their mind fixed on the Lord all the time. Tesham satata yuktana means our mind should be on Bhagavan all the time. Bhajatam priti purvakam, worship him with great love. Worship that Lord with great love. Priti purvakam. He says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam. I give him the requisite buddhi yoga. Now see, the jnani who wants to remove his ignorance, he is working all the time to acquire that jnana, to remove the ignorance, to get mukti, to realize himself. But the bhakta who is worshipping Bhagwan all the time, Bhagwan says, Tesham eva anukampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayami. jnana deepena bhasvata, in the second verse. That I myself, and he's using first person, I myself come and give him the jnana that is required for the removal of his ignorance, and he gets mukti. So now the truth is maintained what? Only jnana will bring mukti. But the bhakta, because of the depth of his devotion, because of the profundity of his devotion, because of the intensity of his devotion, he moves the Lord himself. The Lord himself comes and gives him that jnana which is required, and all his ignorance is removed in a flash. So this is what bhakti does. It moves Bhagwan also. And you should see this Ramcharitmanas, how bhakti of the devotees, of Shabari, of Kevat, of Sugriv, of Vibhishan, of all these devotees in the Ramcharitmanas, it moved Bhagwan to do things that the Lord himself did not want to do. The devotion can move the Lord to do things the Lord himself. Raghukula riti sada chali ai pran jai varu bachan na jai. Bhagwan tells, in this, Ramcharitmanas tells, in this kula, in this dynasty, this family, we will die, but we will not go back on our words. And Bhagwan, Shri Ram, for the devotee, he goes back on his words many times. For the devotee. When he leaves Ayodhya, he tells, I am not going to go to anybody's house. And you see, directly written by Tulsidas ji. शबरी देखी राम गृह आए, मुनि के बचन समुझ जिय भाए। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। शबरी देखी राम गृह आए, मुनि के बचन समुझ जिय पाए। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। बोलो राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम। बोलो
राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम।
हरे राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम।
हरे राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम।
राजा राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम।
राजा राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम।
सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। Devotion is such, it can move Bhagwan to do anything. This is devotion, this is bhakti which is taught in our Shastras. You move Bhagwan to leave Vaikunt and come and do the bidding of the devotee. Whatever the devotee wants. So Bhagwan says, here, and see, but you have to also be careful with the other part of the equation, you know. When you do mathematics, there are two sides of an equation, you know. There are always two sides of the equation, right? So you have to fulfill both sides of the equation. Bhagwan will be moved, but the requirement for Bhagwan to be moved is unflinching devotion. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. Those who keep their mind all the time centered on me only. Meaning to say, like how Shabari. Bhagavan took a detour to go to Shabari's ashram. It was not a straight path. You know, like he's coming like this from north to south. Bhagavan came like this. Who does that? Everywhere you see here, there will be a footpath to the lawn. Huh? The road goes like this and goes like that, and there will be a shortcut to the lawn everywhere. Bhagavan goes. So, the devotion, this side of the equation is what type of devotion I should have. I should make sure that I keep my mind on the Lord. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. That I worship the Lord with all great love. Then, dadami buddhi yogam. I give him the requisite buddhi, and in that buddhi I infuse the requisite knowledge. Bhagavan is doing. In the 12th chapter, it says, Tesham aham samudhartam ritu samsara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha. That I myself lift them out of the samsara. I myself, in first person, is using. So, the bhakta doesn't have to worry. The jnani goes on studying this scripture and that scripture and the other thing and the symbolism of this and the symbolism of that and what is the meaning of this tattvamasi mahavakya and 4 mahavakya hota hai. Usme kya hai us Upanishad mein? All sorts of things. He goes on studying and trying to do Neeruparam of everything. Dissect all the words and all. Oh, this means this and this means that and learn the other thing. Jnani. His whole life gone, he'll lose all he hear. Lose all he hear too. And somewhere down the line, the Prakriti takes him over. The Prakriti takes him over. With all that gyan, he gets Abhiman also. Correct? Pothi pari pari, jag mua, pandit bhaya, na koi. Dhai akshar prem to Kavita. Very nicely. See that. Pothi pari pari, jag mua, pandit bhaya na koi. Dhai akshar prem ke padhe. पंडित हो पोथी पढ़ी पढ़ी जग मुआ पंडित भयान कोई थाई अक्षर प्रेम का पंडित होई कबीरा पढ़े सो पंडित होई कबीरा पढ़े सो पंडित हो. Kabir Sahib says that pothi padhi padhi jagmua means he read every scripture and study every book. This is very interesting. Kabir Sahib is very funny also. And he points out the correct thing only. You read all the scriptures and all the books. You study everything. All the intricacies of Gyan. Now what? Jagmua, he dead and gone. Pandit Bhaya never became Pandit. Pandit means wise one who knows himself. He never became Pandit. Then the other fellow, Dhai Akshar Prem ka padhe, so Pandit ho. He studied only 2.5 letters. Which 2.5 letters? Prem. He only studied 2.5 letters. Prem, love. And so, Pandit hoi. He became wise. But you see, I'm telling this is this side of the equation, what is required from our side. And we have to make sure that whichever it is, that we don't get the Abhiman as we are going down the road, you know. What is Abhiman? I know this and I know that and I have done this and I have done that and all that kind of thing. We have to be very, very, very clear in our mind. Oh, that otherwise we'll be like the Varanasi Pandit, you know. Varanasi Pandit asked the boatman, "Are, ye nauka, you take me on that side of Ganga? Yeah, come, sit down. So he sat. And we are going. The Pandit asking the boatman, you know Sanskrit? Boatman said, Babaji, Sanskrit. Oh, I am a boatman, you know. What Sanskrit? I don't know any Sanskrit. You don't know a little bit of Sanskrit also? Half your life gone. You say, half your life gone. You know one chaupai from Ramcharit Manas also? Even one, you know? No, Babaji, not even one chaupai from Ramcharit Manas. Bapre. 3/4 your life gone. That time the Ganga started swirling like this and the boat started spinning. And it looked like there's going to be a definite doom. So the boatman asked the Panditji. He said, you know swimming? He said, no. He said, but your whole life gone now. Whole life gone. Because the boatman I know the Sanskrit and Chaupai and all, but you know how to? Yeah. This is when Gyan gets to the head. Gyan gets. Anyway, so Bhagwan is telling, for the one who bhajatam priti purvakam, with great love worship me, I tesham eva anukampartham. And what is moved, and this is the interesting part of bhakti, anukampartham means out of my infinite compassion. Out of Bhagwan's infinite compassion, he is moved by a devotee's devotion. And that devotion moves him to do what now? Aham ajnana jam tamaha. The agyan which is there inside. No, I started by telling agyan today. Ignorance. The agyan, ignorance which is there, which is born from tamas. Ajnana jam tamaha, or the agyan which is called here tamas, and born from tamas, nashayami, I destroy it. How we destroy it? Well, there's only one thing which can destroy agyan. Only one thing which can destroy ignorance. He tells directly, nashayami, how? Jnana deepena, by the light of knowledge. Bhasvata, by the shining light of knowledge. I destroy that ignorance in his heart. And then what? Really, my nature is Satchitananda. Wow. Like that. So, I have to fulfill my side. And last night we were talking in Karma Yoga. What we do? Gurudev is to sum up all of this in the best way, you know. Do your best and leave the rest. Correct. Do your best and leave the rest. Means you do the work and let Bhagwan take care of the result there after. So you concentrate on how I am going to improve my devotion to Bhagwan, and let Bhagwan do his work. And he'll know the right time, the right place. Doesn't know when the doctor tells you to do something. You just have to follow the doctor. You can't say this or say that. You have to follow the doctor what he tells. Because he knows, not only knows, that fellow has inside information. So he knows better. Whatever he tells you have to do. So anyway, now in the 7th chapter, where this whole thing begins. So I'm clarifying that thing. What? Gyan is required for mukti. That holds. That is the Upanishadic teaching. That is the Vedic teaching. How that Gyan is acquired, whether I work my whole life or lifetime upon lifetime to acquire it, or I am a great devotee, an exceptional devotee, and Bhagwan himself comes and gives that Gyan. Right. So now, I have to fulfill this part of the equation, which on this side, which is I have to be an exceptional devotee. Right. So in the 7th chapter, when this whole thing starts, Bhagwan tells now. I'll tell you. This is 7.7. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Shri Krishna
सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणायव
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
रसोऽहं मत्सु कौन्तेय प्रवास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
प्रणव सर्ववेदेषु शब्दखे प्रौषं दृशु
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण
शरणं मम कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय मत्त परतरम नान्यत् किंचिदस्ति धनंजय ओ धनंजय there is nothing in this universe besides me no or beyond me but I am alone there is there I am alone there and it is me who was manifested now this is the teaching of the Upanishads and all it is the Lord who was manifested as every single thing. Now, I like this. Just pay attention to this. You know, right here in Chandan Nagar. Chandan Nagar. I think you pronounce that some other way. Chanagor. Chanagar. Chandan Nagar. Chanagor. All kind of things. Anyway. There are a lot of people there. They make items out of clay. Have you seen? So now when you go to one of those shops, so there will be a clay pot and a clay plate and a clay dog and a clay elephant and clay, so many things, right? Now, from one standpoint, there are many things in the shop. Because you're saying this is a pot, this is a plate, this is a cup, this is a dog, this is an elephant, this is like, he's made some clay. So from that standpoint, there are many things in that shop, right? But I'm telling from another standpoint, Arey bhaiya, there is only one thing in that shop. That thing is called Carlson Field clay. Correct or not? Because every single thing in that shop was carved out of that clay which they bring from Carlson Field. So, now I just told you in ordinary English, I'll tell you all the Sanskrit terminologies for all of that now, right? Naam Roop Drishti se, from the point of view of names and forms, there are many things in that shop. There's dog and plate and cup, and from the point of view of names and forms. Lekin tattva drishti se, from the point of view of tattva, the reality behind all of them, there's only one thing, which is clay. Correct or not? So it depends on now from which direction you are looking. If you are looking at name and form, well, there are many things. If you're looking at the essence of what all of them are, then there's only one thing. So exactly like that is this universe. That is what Bhagavan is telling in this verse. That's what he means to say. This universe. If you're looking from the point of view of names and form, well, this is one person, there's another person, this is one object, this is another object, this is another object, like that. From name and form. But every single object in the universe is made up from the same one tattva. That thing is called as Sat. Also called as Chit and also called as, and these are three names for the same thing. It's not two things or three things. Sat means existence. So the whole universe is made up of one essence. The whole universe is woven. Mai sarvamidam protam, he says. Protam means woven. You know, like when you look at a piece of cloth,
All it is a thread, isn't it? Thread which is woven into each other. Or people make that crochet piece, on the wall. So you see a whole scenery there. And if you hold one string and you pull, the whole scenery gone. Because the whole thing made from thread. So, Bhagavan is telling now like this. Now, how does Bhakti Marga fit into all of this now? Because this is coming Bhakti Marga. Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi surya. The light in the sun and the taste in the water and the Om and the breath and everything. It is me, the Lord. So the Bhakta's work or the Bhakta's sadhana, the Bhakta's job now is to stop seeing things from only an ordinary standpoint and start seeing things, all things in the universe, as being pervaded by one reality, one Sat. That is why Tulsidas ji also tells like this. In beginning of his Ramcharitmanas also. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
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 सिया राम मैं सब जग जानी.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
करऊं प्रणाम जो जुग पानी.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
हरि व्यापक सर्वत्र समाना.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
प्रेम ते प्रगट होई जाना.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय. हरि व्यापक सर्वत्र समाना. Hari is there, everywhere, existing in everything equally. Sarvatra samana. Tulsidas says, Siya Ram mein, but this is all Ram only. And Tulsidas ji gives the wonderful response there when I realize that I put my hands together and I revere everything in this universe. Because if it is Ram, then how I will not have reverence? So the devotee has now to work on starting to see. And after this verse in the 7th chapter, Bhagavan now gives so many following verses. And then he does the same thing in the 11th chapter, and then not in the 9th chapter, and does the same thing in the 10th chapter, and in the 11th chapter he gives Virat Rup Darshan and all that. He is trying to show his omnipresence. So the devotee has to work on really recognizing the omnipresence of Paramatma in all things. Stop seeing things from only a superficial level and start seeing things at a more fundamental level. When that happens, reverence and devotion will increase. Otherwise, people all the time ask how to increase devotion, how to increase, bhakti and all that. I have to start seeing the Lord in all things. He is there in every kana me, roma me, nasa me. How many bhajans we sing with all of these lines? Every single thing in this universe. So this is the drift in the beginning portion of the Bhakti Yoga section of Bhagavad Gita. He tries in the 7th chapter. He tries now to show that he is present in all things. So we have to start seeing like that. Otherwise, how we see the world, oh God, why are we coming again? That man is a real smart man. Let me hide here. Now, where is Bhagwan in that? Bhagwan is not there in any of that, isn't it? We see this thing and we see that thing, and we have a really worldly outlook on all things in the universe. Really, that worldly outlook has to be removed. We have to really chasten our drishti of this universe. And it starts with simple things. Like, for example, how often do you stop to look at a plant and see what an amazing manifestation of Paramatma. It will blow your mind if you study one thing. One fellow went to Bhagwan and he told, oh, not Bhagwan. One fellow went to a Mahatma and he told, Mahatma ji, can you show me God? So that Mahatma ji said, well, Bhaiya, I could show you, but I don't know if you will see. Because showing is one thing, but you have to have the capacity to see. Although many times we can't see properly. One fellow went to the doctor and he told the eye doctor, ophthalmologist, Doc, oh God, I have a big problem. You have to help me. What is your problem? Now you're sitting behind that desk there, no, the doctor. I am seeing two doctors. His problem is he's seen two doctors. He's seen two of everything. Double he's seen. The doctor looks at him. He said, do all four of you have the same problem? He's seen two, this doctor's seen four. So the fellow asked the Mahatma, you'll show me God? Mahatma ji said, I will show, but I don't know if you will be able to see. He said, what do you mean I could see? I have 20/20 vision. 20/20 pass. I have 20/20 vision. I could see. What do you mean? Okay, I'll show you. The doctor said, the Mahatma said, look, that is God. He said, God? He said, my whole life I seen God and I didn't know. So the Mahatma said, I told you I'll show, but you will not be able to see. That is the problem. But Mahatma ji, how that thing is God? So this is what I'm telling you, how we have to chasten our drishti, our vision. Huh? See, now please see, follow this. Briefly I will tell you. If I go into detail, the whole yajna will finish. For this thing to happen, last night I was explaining to you that first of all, a desire has to come up in the mind, because if there is no desire, I can't. A desire has to come up in the mind. Right. If a desire comes up in the mind, I told you last night that a desire is pushed up by the Rajoguna of Bhagwan's Maya. It's pushed up by what? The Rajoguna of Bhagwan's Maya. Desire can only arise by Rajas. Now, one more thing. Anybody here created Sattva, Rajas and Tamas? We didn't create anything. We found it there. Huh. So, the Rajas is there, and the Rajas only can push up a desire. Kamesha, Krodesha, Rajoguna Samudbhavaha. So, the Rajas pushes up a desire. That desire has to, from the mind, that desire has to be transmitted by electrical impulse to through all the nerve cells and all that kind of thing, and go to the muscles and tell the muscles to do. If anybody, including all cutting edge technology and science and everything today, could figure out how that is done, that person will get mukti. No science also knows how it is done. Science cannot account for the combination of consciousness and material world. How something which arises in consciousness is transmitted to the physical. You might tell her how the nerves and all that kind of thing work. Now they're studying. And every day, every 10 years, they change the story also. They come up with something. And actually, one good thing about scientists also, they're very honest people. They very openly tell, no, we were wrong. It's true. Every 10 years, they change. No, it's not like this. It is like this. We were wrong. All Big Bang and all now, they're squashing that now. Big Bang theory and all that. But anyway, the idea is the Mahatma is talking from that level, and this fellow is only, this Tom is God? This Mahatma Pagal. He thought the Mahatma Pagal, he went home. You see? So Mahatma told exactly, if I show you, I don't know if you will be able to see that thing. But it is, the whole thing is operating only by Bhagwan Anukampa. Nothing. The Anukampa would be just saw in the 10th chapter. Bhagwan's grace only, his compassion. That is working only by him, by nothing else. Let me tell you a nice verse from Ramcharitmanas. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
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 Charit Ram ke saguna bhavani.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Tarki na jahi buddhi manavani.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
As bichari jay Ram viragi.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
As bichari jay param viragi.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Ram hi bhaj hi tark sab tyagi.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Jaya Raghu Rama,
Jaya Raghu Rama.
Jaya Sita Rama,
Jaya Sita Rama.
Syamvar Ramachandra ki Jai. Tulsidas ji has the most wonderful verse. He says, this manifested universe of Bhagwan, this manifested universe is Saguna Ram. This is Saguna Ram. He says, nobody in this world could ever figure out that. It does not fall within the purview of the intellect that deals in logic. You can't figure out. Science actually is on a wild goose chase. But that is also for very logical reasons. Very logical reasons. I'll give you some very logical reasons right now. Look here. This universe is, see logic, huh? This universe is changing. Well, everybody accept that. The universe is changing. Okay. If you are trying to study a changing thing, would you ever be able to figure out that thing? Not possible. By the time you figure out that, you think has? It's called a Vyaya Prakriti in Sanskrit. It is Vyaya all the time. That is why they say you can't bathe in the same river twice. Because you take a dip there, that water, gone. In the same way, by the time you try to figure out this thing, that thing has changed. Change is a very wonderful thing. Changing universe. So, what we say now, when we see this universe, we marvel. I marvel at the intricacy of the universe, the beauty and the variety of things in this world. And it is all Bhagwan Leela, the play of the Lord only. That marveling is what is devotion. Not figuring out. Figuring out is not devotion. Marvel at how this thing moves. To marvel at that. And when something flies from there, how fast your eyes? Figuring out has no end. So bhakti is about marveling, revering, being amazed to see how Bhagwan could manifest this universe and all things. I'm telling you, if you could figure out how your own body is working, it would be great. A black cow eat green grass and give white milk. Marvelous it is. So Bhagwan starts this 7th chapter by trying to show his manifestations in all, in the water, in the sun, in the moon, in the earth, in all things around. And he continues that drift through all the way to the 12th chapter. So much so in the 11th chapter, he gives Arjuna Virat Darshan. We'll be seeing all of this because we still have 2 days for bhakti. So many wonderful verses are there in the 11th chapter. Now, people say, but Swamiji, you know, it is not so easy to see Bhagwan in this whole. How we go see Bhagwan in Ravan? And people tell me this all I hear. See, I go so many places, so I hear many nice things, you know. And people think I just forget. And one man told me, Swamiji, where I live in, you have plenty Ravan. How I go see Bhagwan in Ravan? So now, in the 8th chapter, a really wonderful method, a really wonderful tool in Bhakti Yoga is given. What is that wonderful tool? This is 8.5. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna,
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna,
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna,
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna,
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna,
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna.
लाल की जय. Antakale cham ameva smaran muktva kalevaram. And what I have to do is go on chanting the name of the Lord throughout my life, so that at the end, when I am leaving this body, I will be able to chant His name. So now, the easy way to be able to connect with the divinity which is all pervasive in this world is called as chanting of the name. That is called as japa. Japa. So either I take a mala and I do. We were singing, na? This mala, me Ram naam na. Oh mala kis kaam ki. I have the mala at home, but I don't do chanting the name. जिस माला में राम नाम ना, वो माला किस काम की. जिस माला माला में राम नाम ना, वो माला किस काम की.
जिस माला में राम नाम ना, वो माला किस काम की.
वो माला किस काम की.
वो माला किस काम की.
You get that mala. And so many people don't need a mala also. We can go on chanting all the time. The name is always related, the naam is always related to a rupa, a form. So by the chanting of the name all the time, I will start visualizing the form of Paramatma in all things, rather than just the thing at a superficial level. The name will help me to connect to something which is deeper in the universe. I cannot be chanting Ram, Ram, Ram my whole life and not really come to think, what is this Ram? Where is this Ram? How is this Ram? That name itself and the power of the name, and Mahamantra. In Ramcharitmanas, the name of Ram is called a Mahamantra. Mahamantra jo hi Japata Mahesu. Bhagwan Shiva is chanting this Mahamantra all the time. So by chanting of the name, I will connect to the divinity which is present in all things. That name is such a powerful thing. And so, it is said in the Shastra, just by the name alone, so many people, Siewdass also writes the same thing. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Ram ek tapas diya taari. Ram koti khala bhumati sudhari.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Yavar Ramachandra ki Jai. Tulsidas ji writes there, in this very famous line. Ram ek tapas tyatari. When Bhagwan Ram was here, he crossed one person over sansar. Ram himself. Who is that? Tyatari means, Tia means the wife. Tapasatya means the wife of Gautam Rishi, who's Ahalya. Because he took his foot and he touched Ahalya like that, and she crossed over sansar. The rest of them had done their own tapas. She did not do any tapas. She was just. But Nama Koti Kala Kumati Sudha. But the name has purified countless people. Kala also, wicked people also. The name has purified and so many have crossed. The power of the name. One fellow, he used to watch his whole family go satsang and he never used to go. Never gone. It have people like that, eh? He never goes satsang. But if you tell him about to go kusang, he ready. So the rest of the family went and met the Mahatma and they told Mahatma Ji, that husband in the house, he never comes to satsang. We don't know how to get him to come to satsang. Get to come satsang. Not only that, one day, the wife is telling, I tried to tell him to say Ram. That fellow never said Ram, never says Ram also, once even. Say Ram now. No. So Mahatma Ji said, okay, you send him here. No, not for satsang, just tell him to see me. So he came there. And Mahatma Ji, say Ram. He said, no. Your whole family wants you to say Ram at least once in your whole life. Say Ram na. No. So he said, no means what? No means I don't want to say Ram. You say it. He tricked him na. The Mahatma tricked him and he said, Ram. He said, oh. He make a mistake now and he say Ram. So he immediately left the Mahatma and gone home, vowing never to go back there. Because the Mahatma tricked him and make him say Ram. So now that fellow, after some time, naturally everybody will leave this world. So he left this world now. He went before Chitragupta. Chitragupta is the one who checks the records. So Chitragupta check his record and he say, well, you're in some real trouble. Because you never chant the Lord's name even once in your whole life. When he realized that Chitragupta said, well, you're in real trouble now, yeah. I say it once. Only when Chitragupta says he's in trouble, he said, yeah, I say it once. Check again. Because that thing, that he lost in all this other kusang thing. So Chitragupta went through the whole thing again. And you really see that man say, Ram won, that too by mistake. So Chitragupta get confused now. What is the phala? Karma phala. Because a karma he did, right? There's a result. So Chitragupta, he has never seen a case like that. Where the man only say, Ram once. He never seen a case. So he went by his boss. His boss is Yamaraj. Yama himself, Yamaraj. Boss, this man, he tell this fellow, come. We have to get adjudication from the boss. Because you only say Ram once in your whole life. They went by the boss. He tell him the situation. The boss say, well, Yamaraj said, I myself, I never hear a person say only Ram once in their life only. First time I also don't know what the phala, what the result of that is. What phala we should give him. What result we should give him. So, Chitragupta tell the boss, telling Yamraj, your boss. Yamraj boss is Lord Shiva, no. Your boss all the time chanting the name of Ram, 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 Ram. He will know. He will know the phala. Let's go there. So they take him now and they reach by Bhagwan Shiva now. So they ask, Prabhu, we have a real ticklish situation here. Some unique situation. This man chanted Ram only once in his life. And you are the one who chanted Ram your whole life. Japata Mahesu, he is chanting Ram, Ram, Ram only. So, you will know the phala, what we have to give him in return for that one Ram. What to give him? Lord Shiva said, look here. I actually don't look for karma phala. I also don't know what the phala, karma phala is. I just get joy in chanting Ram, 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 and I never look for any result. Totally selfless. I chant like that with no result in mind. So I also don't know what the result will be. The one whose name he chanted, take him by him. He will know. So all of them, they take him now and they're gone by Bhagwan Sri Ram now. Yama and Chitragupt. And Lord Shiva said, well, since I don't know, I also want to know now. So now all of them gone by Bhagwan Ram now. Saket. So Prabhu, this man chanted your name only once in his whole life. And we have never seen a case like that. We want to know decidedly what phala, what result this man, what we have to give him for chanting that name once. Bhagwan Ram looked at the three of them and this man. And he said, Are bhai, see little bit na. This man chanted his name once and he get darshan of Chitragupt, Yamraj, Lord Shiva, and my darshan also. And always still asking what do you get for chanting name once? All darshan he get in one just for chanting only. Like this, the Shastras everywhere glorify the name of chanting. And when we do that, we'll connect with this tattva which is all pervasive. This name is a powerful thing in throughout the scriptures like that. To make us connect with with the manifested universe which is pervaded by Paramatma. And only when we do that, in the end, Bhagavan says, Antakale will be able to remember. You don't expect to remember Bhagavan name in the Bhagavan in the end if throughout your life you have not been remembering. That will not happen. One fellow, he just passed in the road. In his house, like on the first day, one fellow didn't come satsang, he just passed here. So he was passing in the satsang and he heard that he was a businessman and he heard that if you chant the name of Ram when we die, chant the name of the Lord, when we are dying, we'll gain mukti. So he said, but that's a real good thing. What? He just passed and he heard that message and he gone home. What he did, when he went home, he put his son's name, 3 sons, Ganesh, Shiva, Vishnu. Ganesh, Shiva, Vishnu, put their name. And he thought, no, when I'm dying, because the Mahatma was telling Ajamil katha from Bhagwatam. Ajamil by mistake called his son's name and he got mukti. So he put his name. When I'm dying, my sons will be by my deathbed like this and I will be calling their name, so I will get mukti. He tried that trick. Businessman. So now when he was really dying, the 3 of them were there. It was Ganesh, Shiva, Vishnu, like that, whatever. Huh? Chant, calling. Ganesh, Shiva, Vishnu. You all are here? Yes, yes, Papa, we are here. Ganesh, Shiva, Vishnu, Ganesh, Shiva, Vishnu. Then, suddenly, after saying it 10, 20 times, ready to die, suddenly, if all three of you are here, who is minding the shop? And he's dead. He says shop and he dead. When he was supposed to be saying the name of Ram. Because he tried to try a trick on Bhagwan, but Bhagwan has the last. Yeah. Anyway, so now, from the 7th chapter, like this, Bhagwan talks about his omnipresence, his all-pervasiveness, his vyapakatvam of the Lord in all of the world, and by the chanting of the name, I will be able to connect with his presence in all things. This is first thing. And by the chanting of that name, I will be able to develop devotion in my heart for that Lord. And he says, Premate pragata hoi mai jana. Baba used to chant this way back in the day. Premate pragata hoi mai jana. That he will be revealed only by that prem. But I'm telling you, it starts with the simplest thing, huh? Chanting of the name. Name. Prem starts with name. All right, we'll end here tonight and we'll pick up this. We have 2 more nights in Bhakti Yoga and we'll move on to Jnana Yoga after that. All right. Okay, let me tell you a few announcements quickly and then we will have Aarti and conclude. If you have some time on Saturday, which is this Saturday, we're having at the ashram a little fundraiser. It's a small fundraiser. We are making only 2 items. One is called as Bombay Dhamaka Pizza. If you have never had curry on a pizza before, well, this is your chance. Bombay Dhamaka Pizza. Right? Then, we are making something called Rumali Roti and Paneer Bhurji. Rumali roti is a roti thin like a handkerchief. Rumal in Hindi is handkerchief. Rumal. So the roti is as thin as a handkerchief, literally. When you belay the roti and you put your hand behind, you could see through the flour, you could see your hand. So thin. So you have to come and try it. And the paneer is also very spicy and nice tasting. It's a nice street food kind of thing, huh? All right. So on Saturday from 11 to 2, please come and try out. You can also give your orders here at the bookstall. We are taking orders, so we'll know how many to prepare for and all that kind of thing. Huh? All right. This is on Saturday. On the 8th of May, we have our 3-night Gurudev Jayanti Yajna at the ashram, 8th of May. And on the 30th of May, we have our Chai Sanmelan, annual Chai Sanmelan. Tickets are available. And from the 22nd to 24th of May, we have 3 nights at Ram Singh Trace, Roshad Road in Pina. Mr. and Mrs. Vishnu and Vashti Ram Kelawan, they are, Ram Lakhan, they are hosting this 3 nights, 22nd to 24th. All right. Please have a look at our bookstall. There are many titles for children and for adults. Here, this is a really wonderful book to read daily. A message for every day of the year, 365 messages, like that. Okay, and many children titles also. Bookstall is just on this side. Okay, I just want to tell, which I forgot, one announcement during the whole week. You know, in order to do this type of work which we are doing, a person has to receive proper training. In Chinmaya Mission has perhaps the most well-known training course on the earth in this field. And there are so many people from this country who have benefited from that training. Many of the names you will be knowing. Way back, perhaps the first person to go was one Dr. Baldwin George. He had received training in Mumbai. Then after him, Professor Anand Rambachan, you all will be knowing him. He's received training from our ashram there also. Then later on, Shri Bharatiji and I went in a later batch. Then after that, Pandita Bedanand ji and Pandit Munilal, And after that, like that, so many people have been receiving this training in Chinmaya Mission. Some years ago, Guruji told me to do that course right here in Trinidad. So several batches have come out of our training right here in Trinidad. Same course, same timetable, same text, same everything. And we had several brahmacharis here, but now they have stolen all our brahmacharis everywhere. One is in Mumbai, so many in the States, some in Guyana, and all kind of thing. They take all the brahmacharis. One only poor Kritika Chaitanya, everyone. Remaining here. So now we have another batch coming up. It is a very demanding course, and I'll tell you the qualifications. Now, the course starts on the 2nd of October, this October coming. So here is how it goes. The student has to come and stay in the ashram for 2 years. You have to stay for 2 years, you can't leave. Okay, let me change that. You could leave, but you can't come back. 2 years you have to stay there, right? Classes start every morning at 5:30 a.m. Every single day. There is not a single holiday. No Christmas, no Diwali, no Shivratri, no nothing, no holiday. 365 days, classes start at 5:30 a.m. And classes end every day at 8 p.m. The volume of work covered in 2 years in that situation is equivalent to 15 years in a university. The volume of work. Because remember, in university, you go from 8 to 3, 8 to 4, you have classes in between, Saturday, Sunday, off, holidays, Christmas, all type of holidays, that kind of thing, right? So now, here are the qualifications. The person has to be 30 years and under. Person must have a university degree, and person must be unmarried. These are the 3 qualifications. You can apply online for those people who want to join the course, and there will be an interview, because we want to make sure that a serious person is coming there. So an interview will be there. All right. Okay. So that starts on the 2nd of October. A very special thank you to our dear Pandit Babaji, who is running this Bhakti TV. Satyanandji Maharaj is running this most wonderful TV channel, and he is doing yeoman service to Trinidad and to be going to the world, because his viewership is just everywhere. And we want to say a special thank you to Baba for coming and covering the whole thing. All right. I think that those are the announcements. We'll have Aarti and then we'll conclude. Om Jai Bhagavad Gita, Maya Jai Bhagavad Gita, Hari Hiya Kamal Vihari, Hari Hiya Kamal Vihari, Sundar Supunite. Om Jai Bhagavad Gita.
Jai Bhagavad Gita, Maya Jai Bhagavad Gita, Hari Hiya Kamal Vihari, Hari Hiya Kamal Vihari, Sundar Supunite. Om Jai Bhagavad Gita.
Karma Sumarma Prakashin, Kama Sakti Haraya,
Kama Sakti Hara,
Tattva Jnana Vikashini,
Tattva Jnana Vikashini,
Vidya Brahma Para,
Om Jai Bhagavad Gita.
Nishala Bhakti Vidhayini, Nirmala Malahari, Maya
Nirmala Malahari,
Karana Rahasya Pradayini,
Sharana Rahasya Pradayini,
Sabvidhi Sukhakari,
Om Jai Bhagavad Gita.
Raga Dvesha Vidari, Tarini Mod सदा
मैया तारिणी बोल सदा
भव भय हारिणी तारिणी
भव भय हारिणी तारिणी
परमानंद प्रदा
ओम जय भगवती जय
आसुर भाव विनाशिनी नाशिनी तम रजनी
मैया
मैया
नाशिनी तमर जनी
दैवी सगुणदायिनी
देवी सद्गुणदायिनी
हरि रसिका सजनी
ओम जय भगवती जय
ममता त्याग सिखावनी हरि मुख की वाणी मैया
हरि मुख की वाणी
सकल शास्त्र की स्वामिनी
सकल शास्त्र की स्वामी
श्रुतियों की रानी
ओम जय भगवती जय
दया सुधा बरसावन मातु कृपा की जय
मैया
मैया
मातु कृपा की जय
हरिपद प्रेम दान कर
हरि पद प्रेम दान कर
अपनों कर लीजै
ओम जय भगवती जय जय भगवती जय जय भगवती जय हरि कमल विहारी हरि कमल विहारी सुंदर सुभगे ओम जय भगवती जय
जय भगवती ते
ओम जय भगवती जय
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
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 हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि
हरि बोल
बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्षं मंगलाय तनो हरि
मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्षं मंगलाय तनो हरि मंगलाय तनो
हरि
मंगलाय तनो हरि
Let us all put our hands together as we take these last few moments to reflect on how absolutely indispensable Bhagwan is in our life. He is our mother, our father, our friend, our companion, our learning, our wealth. But even much more than that, He is our very own existence. And if He were to pull away even for a second, we'll disappear into nothing. To that Lord who sustains us by being us, we offer our salutations, our gratitude, our love. We sing in praise of that Lord as the rishis sang in metered lines. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव वंशश्च च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। जोर से बोलिए। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम। Please all sit. Let me take the time to recognize Pandit Satyanand ji, Pandit Bisram ji, Pandit Shambhu, Pandita Sharon.